Watch for the one that would do you harm. Danger, danger, could be a door. Please be alert and be aware of all the dangers anywhere. Danger, danger, could be a stranger, could be the one that lives next door. Danger, danger, could be a stranger, could be the one that you adore. Stand your ground and speak out loud. Let the world know harm's all around. Danger, danger, could be a stranger, could be the one that lives next door. Danger, danger, could be a stranger, could be the one that you adore. Danger, danger. Danger, danger. Danger, danger, could be a stranger, could be the one that you adore.
Hello and welcome back. This is Danger Aware Animation in Moho, and I am Ray Howell. I am the Chief Information Officer for Danger Aware, and today we are going to be working on the hands for our Zoi Zoi character in Moho 13.5. And here's Zoi Zoi, and we left off yesterday. We had been working on getting this hand finger controls. So as you can see, let's take a look. We've got the forefinger bone is moving, although we've hidden the finger itself. So let's turn those fingers back on. And now we can see that that finger is working as it should. And then the middle finger is not yet working, and the pinky is not yet working. So let's go back into the middle finger control here. And we're going to hide the forefinger because it's in our way. And we're going to look at the middle finger. And we're going to make sure that it's lined up for the bone. And as we can see, I don't believe it is. Well, maybe it is. Yes, it is. Well, let's find out for sure. So we're going to go to the bone layer. And we're going to pick up these bones and move them temporarily. So the yellow one can go to the yellow. And the tan one can go up to tan. And it doesn't matter that I moved it because we can just reset everything at the end. So now we get the middle one where it belongs. And now we can take a look at the middle finger. And in fact, yes, we did set that properly up. So now we're going to go into making the finger longer. So we're going to go back to the bone layer. We're going to grab these two bones that are the finger and hit T to transform those bones. And we're just going to stretch to the right to make that finger stretch out. And just like with the other fingers, we need to go in and look at the distortion of our perfect circle here. And so I'm going to just pick this up, hit T on my keyboard, and just bring this back to that proper circle. And it looks like, yeah, the curve is off. So we're going to straighten the curve out here just a bit. And bring that in line there. And now let's test the go to 32 and reset everything. That way we've got the reset out of the way. So we're going to grab the T for transform, but we're in the object layer, so it's transforming points, not bones. And we're just going to reset all those bones, or points, sorry. All those points, hit this and reset those. And then we're going to go to the B for bone, and we're going to grab the bones and reset those. And we need to be on the bone layer to do that. And here we hit reset, reset, and reset. And that's nothing I need to worry about. And so now we can go back to the main line, and we can extend the finger. We can't contract it yet, but we can extend it and test to make sure that our turning is working right. And it's not quite. Looks like I could have brought that curve in a little bit more. So let's go back and go back to the middle finger here and to this point here. Hit T for transform points. And let's try right there. And go back to the bone and the mainline layers. And now we can stretch the finger and rotate, and there we go. That's very close. Could be a little closer. Could bring it in just a hair more, but it'll work. Nah, it needs to be better. So let's go in and just adjust it just a hair more. So T for transform points. And just like that. And go to the bone layer. Extend the finger. And rotate the finger. There we go. So now we're right on there. And so we're going to do the same thing now for the retraction of the bone. So we go back into that finger and we go to reset point, which is the halfway point. And then we're going to move all the way to 64. And in this one, we're going to only work with the base bone at this point and reduce it to right about where they touch. And then we're going to go into the middle finger and we're going to take this point here and move it back out where it belonged for the perfect circle, the rotation of the finger. And then we're going to go into the main line and we're going to go to the bone layer and we're going to test that out. So we shrink it in, and when we do, does the bone still rotate? I'm moving it a bit, but yes, it's pretty well on those lines when I've got it perfectly lined up where it needs to be. So we can go back into the finger here, and now we're going to grab the tip of the finger and go back to 64. And at this point we would want the finger to be completely turned inward to the palm. So we're going to flip it, and then holding shift we move it and it stays in line, and we want to just get it right before those lines overlap. And there should be our finger. Let's go ahead and extend it just a bit. And then we're going to go back to 53 or 52, 53. And we're going to hit reset. And reset. And we also need to flip it back. So we flip it and then hit reset. There we go. So now the finger is back to looking more like the finger it should. And then we're going to go one further step to 52. And Oh, we need to set this here like this for 52 and then go back to 53 and go ahead and rotate this finger in and move it over just like we did before. But this time we're going to shrink it to like that. And we can shrink this one as well, just a little bit. So grab those three, hit T, hold shift and move it in. So we get our rough finger round look on in there. So there's our, when our finger turns around, and here's where it turns back and grows to normal size. I don't know why it's getting thin here. Let's select this, hit reset again, hit curves, and reset those. There we go. Now we've got the right look. Alright, so the finger turns inward, moves outward, and should be real manipulatable as it is. So now we're going to do that to the same thing to the third finger here. Oh, we need to go back and put the bones back, so I didn't reset all the bones. So we go to the center and we select all of these bones. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Hit B for bones, grab these 6 bones, and we're going to go to the bone layer and choose to go to the transform and reset them all. And just be sure we're going to go to the ends and see we need to reset the yellow and tan ones anyway. So we want B for bone, select this one, hold shift, select this one, and then again transform and reset these bones. Just like that. And that way we're not affecting the finger or the bones that we've set for the middle. And let's double check the extension, and it looks like we're good. So now we can go to the third finger, and again we're going to move bones out of the way at this point. And since this is the yellow one, we're going to leave that here, and we're going to hit B for bone and grab the blue in here, hit T for transform, and move it out of the way. And then hit B for bone, hit the yellow one, hit transform, and now we move the yellow one into place, which is right at the base of this controller. Even though it's the yellow controller down here we're going to work with, we still want it centered in the hand where this should be. And now we can hide the middle finger so that we're only seeing the pinky, and we can move this bone out of the way. So now we're going to move the bone, the yellow bone, all the way to the left for extending the finger. We're going to grab both of these bones just like we've done with the other fingers, and we're going to click here and drag to the right so that we extend the finger out. That's about good right there, I think. Maybe a little too much. Oops, so we don't want to move it that direction. There we go. And so now we go into the pinky to look and see if our lines are lining up, and it's very close on the position here. So let's go ahead and hit T to transform points, and we can move these points right into place. There we go. And then pick this one up and create that circle that we need. Alright, and then we're going to go back to 32, which is my center. I use 64 minus 32 and 32. So right in the center of those it would be 32. And at this point we're going to reset the bones. So we go to the bone layer, we select the bone transform tool, and we reset, reset, reset. And now we go to the pinky, and we're going to pick up B for bone and pick up just the base bone here. Hit T to transform it. I need to be in the bone layer. So T to transform the bone. And again, we're going to shrink it till it just barely touches that break line for the palm of the hand. Then we're going to go to the pinky. We're going to take this point, hit T to grab this transform point button tool, bring this out to our circle, and use C if we need to, to straighten that circle out. There we go. And now we're going to go on over to 52, and I did all that on 30. I should have been on 52 or 64 for all of this. So at 64, we want this bone to be at this point. And so we're going to hit B for bone, and then click this bone, and T for transform. Got to be on the bone layer. So there we go. So I've set that bone, and then we can go back to 32 and just reset both of them so that everything's proper. And then we're going to select the fingertip. So hit T, hit inside here, and then just reset. And then here, again, we're going to reset. And that was just distorted because I had set it for here, and it's distorting here too. And this gets flipped and reset. That didn't work. There we go. So at 64, I choose B for bone and T to transform that bone on the bone layer. And then we go to the left to bring that down to just a touch, just barely. Then we choose the pinky, hit T for transform points, select this point, bring it out, and take the fingertip and reverse it, and then shift to drag until it's lined up properly here, and then make it a little longer. So then we go back to 53, and at this point we want to flip it back. Well, no, it's still want it flipped, but we don't want this knuckle sticking out that far. So bring that in, and then they'll go to 52, and now we hit T for the fingertip and rotate it back to normal and reset it to its proper scale and curvature. There we go. So at this point, the finger should be stretching back out to normal, and then here it's going to be normal. So let's test that all out. So we can stretch the little finger, and I forgot to pull it in on the final leg. So when we go to 64, I need to rotate that lever to its far right extension. And I did not reset the bones, so we can go ahead and do that while I'm looking at it. So we grab those bones, we're going to hit this, reset them back to where they belong, and check it the middle here and reset them here as well. And finally at the base, we want them all reset. So just double check, there we go. Very good, now we can go to the main line. And we can extend the finger and bring it all the way in. So we can now do that with each of these fingers. And we're ready to start working on the rotate hand. Oh wait, no, we want to do the thumb base first. So let's go into the thumb base. And we're going to rotate this bone all the way this way, and then to 64 all the way back, and then at 32 we need to reset so it's at rest. So we actually it's automatic when we get 32 and using linear layout. So I've got this set for linear all the time. So we're going to go ahead and reset, reset, and reset. So we're now directly in the center with the thumb when we're releasing it right there. It's very good. So now we can work on the hand twist. And what we want to do is at the lowest end, we're going to drop it to the bottom, and at 64, we're going to raise it up. Now this is where we're going to recreate what the hand looks like above. So now we're going to move these bones permanently. We're not going to put them back, although we will reset them. So the yellow one comes down to here, and we want to get it right at the tip, and that's the gray one. We want the tan one, so we grab the tan one and bring it up, put its base at the right place, and put the blue in at the right place. So that's the hand twist up. Then the hand twist down, we're going to do just the opposite. We're going to put the yellow bone, instead of matching it to here, we're going to drag it upward. Alright, now we don't want it to drift, we want to stay where it is here. So we hold shift to drag it up, and we're just going to make it where it would be if it was in line with that one, as close as we can. And then we're going to do the same thing again on the other set of bones. So it's we want this one, and it comes down to here, and we don't need to move it over, we just need to move it up and down. And so now we're going to go to each finger, and as you can see, it's being distorted here. We're going to just grab the part that goes in the palm, hit T, and then hold shift and drag it straight up until the finger looks right. Okay, so about like that. Then we're going to do the same with the middle finger. Well, the middle finger, why is the middle, oh, because I moved the bone, it's not going to be there, it's going to move up. And then we're going to do, of course, the forefinger. And so again, G to grab, just grab these that connect to the palm of the hand, hit a T, hold hold shift as you hit that key and you bring it down. So again, we're just lining this up for the palm of the hand. And on both these, we want to grab the entire finger and rotate it up and down, just like this. So it shouldn't be too much out of alignment, but if it is, just realign it so that it will work with the rotation of the tip of the finger. So you want those overlapping like that. We're going to do the same thing with the pinky because it's on the opposite part of the hand than it was. We want to flip it this way. And then as you can see, it's a little off, so we're just going to bring it down just like that. And looks like the curve has gotten a little distorted. Let's reset the curves. Nope, that ain't going to do it. Let's hit T, grab this point, and hit C for curve. And here's our issue. Now, you see how that jumped? That tells me I have affected that finger without releasing it to center. So let's go back to the hand here and go to the center, and we're going to choose pinky and then hit T, choose that, and select reset. And oh, the bones are out too. So let's grab those bones, hit B for bone, just grab these three and reset them. So reset. Oh, bone layer. So reset, reset, and reset. And that did not work. They did not go to where they belong. I guess I'm going to have to put them back in place manually. Okay. And here I've got to do it again. So these just need to be back in contact with the middle finger pointer controller. Alright, and to 64, and the same thing. Oh, and I don't want to mess with the yellow one. Just that one. There we go. So, alright. I think that will work now. Let's go back to the hand twist. And now we're going to bring the palm to match what we want. So we hit T, grab the palm, and holding the Alt key, we're going to stretch one side. And there we go. And it looks like these two are, expanding a little bit more than they should. So we'll bring those into alignment to there. And then when we go up, we want the palm to do the same thing. So we just select T and select the entire palm. So that sets that. And then at 32, we simply reset it. And so now it should look as if the fingers are rotating, except we need to fix the bases here. So now we go to each finger and we grab the 4 points of the base, hit T, hold shift, and just bring it up till it's correct. And then once it's correct, we hit T again, select the entire finger unit, and flip it north and south. And we might come in here and do a little adjusting to make it exactly where we want it. Alright, and then we do the same thing for the pinky. The middle finger shouldn't be affected much. So we grab these 4 points, hit T, hold shift, and move them down into place. Get it just about right. Select the whole finger section and flip it north to south. And looks like we're getting some distortion there I don't want, but let's reset and then bring these down again. Holding shift, and there we go. That's just really a little weird. Let's bring that to there, and then check the curves. Reset those. There we go. That seemed to help a little. Hit T and reset, and then B. Oh, B, we're going to drag this bone on the bone layer. That bar coming from? I've missed something up here. Which one is it? It's looks like it's the pinky. So I messed up 2 of them. All right. I'm gonna stop at this point. And I'll make another recording when I can and combine them into a single video for YouTube. But for now I need to stop. I'm in pain and I'm not thinking straight. So something I've done with these fingers. That seems to be right. Okay, let's look at the forefinger. There's the problem. So at 32, we should be resetting everything. Well, let's see here. Not sure where I messed up with this. together? Let's take that out and see. Nope, I'm still distorted for some reason here. It's flipping. Well, I'm going to stop and try to figure this out, and I'll do some more video later. I'm sorry, I just don't feel well.